KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this Game of the Week basketball broadcast, heard exclusively online at KOFO.com. Tonight, the Osawatomie Trojans host the Wellsville Eagles. Our Game of the Week coverage is brought to you by Fusion Alley with Primetime Grill, Quality Structures Incorporated, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kramer Pharmacy, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Kansas State Bank. Also by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, Bank Midwest, and Wellsville High School, Vintage Park at Osawatomie, and State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Now let's go courtside and join KOFO's Luke Queen for tonight's KOFO Game of the Week.
And welcome everybody into the KOFO.com High School Game of the Week boys pregame show. Luke Queen here at Osawatomie, where Wellsville comes in to take on the Trojans. Trojans 10-3 on the season. They are winners of 5 of their last 6 ball games. Their loss came last week to Iowa on the road, 64-44. Other than that, defeated Jayhawks led by 20 at 62-42 on Tuesday night. Won versus Central Heights 60-38. 51-49 winners at Uniontown. 63-62 winners at Heritage Christian. Defeated Oswego 82-34 back on the 21st in the Blue Jay mid-season tournament. So they have been hot since the 21st, 5 of 6, and 10-3 overall. One of those losses on the season came at the hands of Wellsville, who is 6-6 on the year. The Eagles have been playing well as of late. Had a little bit of a struggle, a little bump in the road the last couple weeks, but did defeat Osawatomie back in early January when these two teams met. Final score that night was 57-45 Wellsville. It was 9-6 at the end of the first quarter. It was 17-16, or excuse me, it was 26-22 Osawatomie at the half, but a 20-3 third quarter run or 20-7 third quarter by Wellsville gave them the advantage they would need, and they held on for the 57-45 victory. Wellsville has been playing well as of late. They defeated Prairie View on Tuesday night 62-37. One defeated Anderson County last week 66-29. That was coming off the heels of another contest against the Bulldogs of Anderson County in the Baldwin Invitational, where they won 52-48. So just a 4-point win the first time, but then a 37-point victory over the Bulldogs the last time out. They also defeated Bishop Ward 63-45 prior to the first Anderson County game. Their last loss was to KC Harmon, 65-40. Harmon, a lot of talent, a loaded, talented team as they took on at the Baldwin Invitational. But since that loss to Harmon back on the 21st, Wellsville has not dropped a contest since. Winners of 4 of their 5, 4 in a row. Wins over Bishop Ward, Anderson County twice, and Prairie View has even their record at 6-6. Started out the season slow, but played against some quality opponents early on. They lost at Olathe Northwest, were defeated by Kansas City East Christian Academy, and also Paola and Burlington. They were 0-4 going into the holiday break. The game against Osawatomie was canceled right before the break, so they made that up on January the 3rd. And since that time, 6-2 are the Eagles as they started out 0-4 on the year. 6-6 now overall is Wellsville, but they were definitely trying to find out who they were early on in the season. Started to figure some things out. We'll see if they can continue that trend here this evening. We're going to take our first time out, send it back to the studio. We'll be back, get you a little bit more prepared for this Pioneer League matchup from here at Osawatomie High School between the Wellsville Eagles and the Osawatomie Trojans. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on KOFO.com.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes. not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Let's face it, auto insurance can be confusing. Do you know your comprehensive from your collision, your no-fault from liability, your premium from your deductible? After an accident is no time to find out that your definition of full coverage is actually different from what your policy says. Let local State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King explain auto insurance in terms you can understand.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
And welcome back here to the KOFO.com High School Game of the Week pregame show. Wellsville at Osawatomie. The boys' game just a few minutes from getting tipped off here at Osawatomie. These two teams played last on January the 3rd. Osawatomie is at 10-3 on the year. Wellsville is 6-6. But it was the Eagles who got their first victory of the season against Osawatomie over in Wellsville on that night, 57-45. After a slow start and a poor first half, Wellsville came out sharp into the third quarter, outscoring Osawatomie 20-7. They took a 4-point halftime deficit and turned it into a 9-point advantage at the end of three quarters. They outscored Osawatomie in the fourth 15-12 to seal it up, 57-45. Leading the way that night for Wellsville, Jackson Showalter, he had 14. Caden O'Neill and Cole Swanson had 12 points apiece, leading the way for Osawatomie. Senior sharpshooter Boyd Cole, he had 17 that night in Wellsville, including 4 3-point baskets. Colby Jones, the senior big man, 6'4" senior big man for Osawatomie. He added 12. Jones is a matchup problem for Wellsville. Uses his size, and it's not a skinny 6'4". He has got broad shoulders and thick legs. He is a strong young man in the post. He does a good job of using his feet to create position, getting in great places to get rebounds and good stick backs. He also has very soft hands for a big man. Pretty decent shooter from really anything 15 feet in hand. He does a good job for the Trojans. Boyd Cole, the senior sharpshooter, he again, like I said, had 4 3-point baskets in the last contest for Osawatomie, and has done that multiple occasions. It's a awkward shot, but he keeps it up high. He squares his shoulders, and it's very difficult to upset his rhythm unless you play him up tight. Wellsville likes to get out on the press. They'll use the pressure, see if they can create some turnovers and get easy baskets for themselves off the defense. Again, they were led that night by Jackson Showalter, and also with 14, Caden O'Neill and Cole Swanson, 12 points apiece. A real balanced team Wellsville is. They don't have any real big-time scorer this year. They do a lot of things as a complete team. They'll have different leading scorers on both nights. Will the Eagles? It's been a trend. And as they started the year, looked like they were searching for a go-to guy, but now they've really settled into this team concept, and it's really not going to matter who leads the way in points. It's just going to be all about the team and all about outscoring your opponent and slowing them down on the defensive end. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, hopefully we can try maybe get starting lineups or give you some idea of what might happen here this evening from Osawatomie High School. I'm Luke Queen, KOFO Sports.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu.
Where do you go for fun and entertainment? Here's an idea. Go bowling at the new Fusion Alley in South Ottawa. Fusion Alley is equipped with cutting-edge technology in a bright and exciting atmosphere that the whole family will love. Join a league, host a birthday party, enjoy a night out with friends. And don't forget about Cosmic Bowling every Friday and Saturday night at 9:30. For more information about your new location for fun and entertainment, just visit online at FusionAlleyOttawa.com. Fusion Alley, good, clean fun at 2204 South Princeton Circle Drive in South Ottawa.
Osawatomie High School, the KOFO.com High School Game of the Week. Pioneer League matchup between Osawatomie and Wellsville. Those teams coming in, playing very well in their last few ball games. Wellsville 6-6 on the year. They started out the season 0-4 before a victory back on January 3rd against these Osawatomie Trojans. They are 6-2 in their last 8 to even them up at 500 on the season. Osawatomie 10-3 on the year. They've done a nice job offensively, keeping the defensive scoring down low. And we're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to send it away as we're going to go for the national anthem and the starting lineup. So when we come back, we'll be ready for basketball action. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout from here at Osawatomie High School. I am Luke Queen, KOFO Sports.
The staff and residents of Vintage Park at Osawatomie wish the Trojans good luck in tonight's game. If you or a loved one are considering assisted living, Vintage Park invites you to visit their friendly community, where you can enjoy the lifestyle you deserve. Visit VintageParkAssistedLiving.com. Vintage Park at Osawatomie. It's not like home, it is home. Whether you're in the game or working around the house, injuries happen, but not all of them warrant a trip to the ER. For sprains, minor cuts, and less serious ailments, Advent Health Ottawa's Express Care Clinic can help. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Advent Health Ottawa, helping you feel whole. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com.
You can just about hear that cold Kansas winter wind blowing, and you're going to want to make sure your heater is working this winter. The best way to do that is call the pros at Adamson Brothers at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season.
Protect you and your family from the flu. Hi, this is Laura Hibberts, pharmacist at Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Did you know you can get your flu shot at Kramer Pharmacy at 134 South Main? The flu can be life-threatening to some young people or elderly. It's best to get the flu shot as soon as you can, so you're protected going into flu season. Covered by Medicare and most insurance. Get your flu shot today at Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, with convenient parking on Main Street or out back at Legacy Square. Call 242-2055 or visit KramerRx.com.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
Hi, this is Margie Hindeleiter from Bank Midwest. You'll often hear us say, this is where common sense lives. That means doing the little things, like knowing your name. And it means supporting our local schools. That should be common sense for how a bank does business. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives.
It's late at night. You'd been visiting family and you're on your way home. You didn't see the deer in front of you until it was too late. Everyone is safe. Your vehicle did its job and protected you. Now you get to find out if your auto insurance does the same. It will, because you have State Farm Auto Insurance through local agent Keith King in Ottawa.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
To Osawatomie High School. Luke Queen with you here this evening. Wellsville has traveled over to Osawatomie to take on the 10-3 Trojans, the 6-6 Eagles. Looking to get the sweep over Osawatomie. They defeated the Trojans back on January 3rd by the score of 57-45. Going through the starting lineups here for each team here this evening, and they're getting out onto the field, out onto the court. So the starters for Wellsville, guard number 2, 6'1" senior, number 2, Luke Richards. Number 11, 5'7" senior, Drake Abel. Number 14, a 6'2" junior, Caden O'Neill. Number 21, 6'1" senior, Cole Swanson. And number 23, 6'1" junior, Jackson Showalter. Starting lineup for Osawatomie. At guard, 5'8" junior, number 3, Chris Persley. He's joined by number 10, a 6'1" senior, Boyd Cole. Number 12, a 5'9" senior, Tate Timlin. Also, number 22, a 5'11" junior, Caden Carver. And number 44, 6'4" senior, Colby Jones. Swanson and Jones will step into the center circle. One there by Wellsville. O'Neill picks it up, gets it over to Drake Amold. Going to work out top, gets it to Caden O'Neill. Out of Cole Swanson along the right wing. Going to hand off to Drake Amold. Amold now back on top, Richards. Swanson, he's got a 12-footer on the way. Rattles around and in. The first bucket of the night goes to Cole Swanson for Wellsville. Eagles coming out with a little bit of a token pressure here. Boyd Cole will dribble it across the timeline. They get it down inside to Carver. Carver, return pass intended for a goal, is nowhere near him. It will be turned over, and the ball will go back to Wellsville. Frank Amold will dribble it across the timeline as the point guard for the Eagles. Drives left side, kind of hangs in the air. Shot goes up, no good. Offensive rebound, Jackson Showalter. Get it to Richards. Now back to Amold. Swanson has a look at a three this time, just a little bit too short, and Cole will bring down the rebound for Osawatomie. Cole guarded closely for about 70 feet there by Luke Richards. Give it off over to Chris Persley, now Timlin. Pass intended for Carver, knocked away. Caden O'Neill coming free. He brings it up, and as he goes to make a pass, he'll be whistled for the traveling violation. He's trying to find Jackson Showalter on the run out. So the turnover goes over to Osawatomie. 6:51 remaining here in quarter number one. Osawatomie gets it in. Boyd Cole with it along the right side. Goes over the top looking for Jones. Showalter comes through, knocks it away. Wellsville gets the steal. Amold gives it over to Richards along the right side. Back to Amold. Out to O'Neill. O'Neill to Swanson. Now Amold, they're going to look down inside to Showalter. He had some position there. Over to O'Neill. He's going to try a long three. No good. Rebound brought down by Osawatomie. Timlin kicks it over. Chris Persley has a look at a three. No good. But Jones there for the offensive rebound and the stick back for Colby Jones. Quickly the other way come the Eagles. Nice job to get back by Osawatomie as they slow down the attack there. Jackson Showalter out top. Over to Luke Richards as the Eagles working around the top of the key. Amold going to drive baseline. Give it back out to Swanson. Into O'Neill, back to Swanson, and Cole Swanson again from about 15 feet. Good looking jumper there from Swanson. He's got all 4 points for the Eagles, and it's a 4-2 Wellsville lead. Timlin dribbles to his right, got a dribble handoff there with Boyd Cole. Now Chris Persley. Persley over to Timlin. Caden Carver going to step out, being guarded there by Luke Richards. Drives in, kicks it over to the near side here. Chris Persley. Persley, a little bit of a double team, able to maintain possession. The ball gives to Timlin. Timlin going to try and go inside, looking for Jones. Pass is deflected, but Boyd Cole's there to cover it up. It's to Carver, who on the drive took a bump from Jackson Showalter. And a foul is going to be on Showalter, his first, and the first foul of the ball game on the Eagles. Chris Persley to trigger it in along the far sideline. Jimmy Dorsey going to check in here for Jackson Showalter. And Swanson picks off the inbounds pass, gives it off over to Luke Richards. Richards going to kick it across court to Swanson, working against Jones. Tries to drive. Loses control of it, able to maintain and get it over to Richards. Wellsville working it around the top of the key. O'Neal has another opportunity for a three here. This time it's good. Lead up to 5, 7-2. Full court pressure here. Whistle and a foul is going to go against Luke Richards. He came across the arm of Boyd Cole. First personal foul on Richards. It's the second team foul. Showalter will check back in. He'll replace Swanson. Full court pressure here yet again. Timlin gets it in. Going to get it over to Chris Persley. Persley going to wait. Now he'll bring it across the timeline as Wellsville retreats defensively a little bit. Man-to-man defense by the Eagles. Osawatomie working it around. They're going to try a big lob to Jones, who gets it. Shot up, rolls off the rim, no good. And the rebound brought down by Richards. So then Jackson Showalter, three-pointer from the right wing, no good. Richards able to get the rebound, saves it. O'Neal, a little bit of a runner, took a bump, but no good. And now we've got a whistle, and a foul's going to go against Colby Jones. He grabbed the arm of Showalter after the rebound. Ian Smith going to check in here for Luke Richards. Romeo Smith coming in for Thade Timlin. Amo gets it in. Smith tried to go high up off the glass, no good, but a big rebound there by Drake Amo. Immediately back inside to Smith, and this time shot blocked away by Osawatomie. Chris Persley will pick it up. He'll dribble it across half court and get the Osawatomie offense set up. Carver gets it to Persley. Persley another look from three. This time rattles around, no good. Battle for the rebound and taken down by Showalter, and we've got a drawing afterwards. A little bit of a shove there by Boyd Cole in the back, and officials come together. Now a technical foul will be called against Boyd Cole. And now we're going to have to see what the original call is. The foul would have been on Cole, but he came right into the back of Showalter and two-hand shoved him to knock him out of bounds. The foul is on Boyd Cole with the push. And then now the officials had whistled and gave the signal for a technical foul. And now it looks as though as they are not giving the technical foul. They're going to come over to the scorer's table. Coach Rick O'Neal wants an explanation, and quite possibly he deserves one. The official that is talking to the scorer's table has now said that there is not, and there is going to be a second foul. And they're going to call a double technical foul. They almost pointed at Boyd Cole of Osawatomie, and then now have decided they're going to give one to Jackson Showalter. Now, Jackson did step back at Cole, but the officials are going to have to figure out, get control of this here quickly. Now a turnover by Wellsville. Timlin going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to work to his right. Looks to get it inside. Shut off there. Now give it over to Chris Persley. Persley going to work to his left. Out backs away, being guarded by Amo. Gives it in to Timlin. Timlin up off the glass. The shot is up, and it was good. First bucket for Thade Timlin. 7-4. A lot of excitement here in the first quarter so far. Pass by Swanson going inside is deflected. Swanson tried to chase it down, and it will go out of bounds off of Wellsville. It'll go to the Trojans. Luke Richards going to check in. He'll take the place of Caden O'Neal. Wellsville goes into the full court pressure, and a whistle and a foul is going to go here on Ian Smith. It'll be his first as he bumped the Osawatomie player as they tried to inbound the ball. Get it into Smith, back to Pursley. Pursley on the run, gets it over to Colby Jones. The shot up off the glass is no good. And a whistle and a foul going to go against Wellsville. Going to send Jones to the free throw line. Luke Richards is going to be whistled for the foul. So 2:52 remaining here in the first quarter. Jackson Showalter and Luke Richards each have 2 personal fouls for Wellsville. Jones to the free throw line. First shot on the way is off to the left, no good. Richards is going to check out of here. Caden O'Neill comes back into the ballgame for him. Jones' second free throw. This one off the back rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Ian Smith for Wellsville. Give it over to Drake Amo, who will bring it across the timeline. Into the corner to Cole Swanson. Caden O'Neill, look at a three. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound, Ian Smith. He'll go up. He'll be fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Good offensive rebounding there by Ian Smith. Romeo Smith will be called for the personal, his first, the 4th team foul on Osawatomie. Ian Smith, first free throw on the way, and it is good. Smith goes the line for his second. Second free throw off the front rim. Osawatomie able to save it as it went off the hands of Jones. Romeo Smith able to save it quickly the other way, trying to go down. They find Jones, and Jones puts it up off the glass and in. Kobe Jones has 6. It's 8-6. Wellsville on top here. 2:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Swanson gives it to Dorsey, driving in, loses control of it. Osawatomie the other direction. Driving is Dave Timlin. He's going to get it, and a whistle and a timeout will be called here by Rick O'Neill. And we'll take it with him. 2:04 remaining first quarter. Tied at 8. You're listening to high school basketball on KOFO.com.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe to the Ottawa Herald for their sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $31.13 plus tax, including internet access. Or get online for only $9.22 a month plus tax. Call 242-4700 or visit ottawaherald.com.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know that experience matters on the field and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season. The staff and residents of Vintage Park at Osawatomie wish the Trojans good luck.
2:04 remaining here in the first quarter. Osawatomie 8 and Wellsville 8. Also with possession here, Amold, O'Neill, Dorsey, Swanson, and Ian Smith on the floor. Pursley, Romeo Smith, Caden Carver, Jones, and Timlin on the floor for the Trojans. Swanson gives it to O'Neill on the right wing. He drives in, now pulls it out, gives it over to Jimmy Dorsey. And Drake Amold and Ian Smith. Smith into the corner. Dorsey thought about the three. He'll bring it back out top. Smith going to go on the drive. Jet down there. Kicks it over to Dorsey. Again, thought about the three, but pulled it back out. Now Cole Swanson has 15-footer along the baseline. A little too strong, but the rebound brought down by Dorsey. Wellsville will reset the offense out top. Swanson thought about the three. Gives it over to Amold. Has a good look at a three. No good. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Romeo Smith for Osawatomie. Tate Timlin on the drive. The shot goes up. No good. There's a whistle and a foul going to go against Osawatomie, or excuse me, against Wellsville. Going to go against Cole Swanson. It's his first. The 16th foul on the Eagles. Tate Timlin to the free throw line. First shot up and no good. Checking into the ballgame, number 24. That's Caden Fields. He's going to replace Colby Jones. Fields, 6'4" sophomore, checks in for the 6'4" senior. Timlin, second one on the way to get no good. And Wellsville, it was just two of them. Two Wellsville Eagles going for the rebound. and unable to corral it. It'll go out of bounds, and it will stay with Osawatomie. Osawatomie didn't even really pressure for it, and a timeout called here by Rick O'Neill. So 30-second timeout, so we're going to keep it right here. 68 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Eagles a little bit out of sorts there. Neal will call the timeout, see if we can get the team going again. It's refocused here, as Osawatomie will have it underneath its own basket. Again, it is 8-8. Minute 8 remaining here in the first quarter. In an exciting first quarter, Boyd Cole, Luke Richards, and Jackson Showalter, all with 3 fouls. Cole has sat down for Osawatomie. He had 17 in the last game against these two teams. Richards and Showalter on the bench with their 2 fouls, including double technicals, and now a 5-second call as Osawatomie did not get in a hurry to get that ball in, and the 5 count got him, so the turnover goes right back to Wellsville. So the Eagles have a chance to retake the lead. Swanson's going to drive baseline. Hits by the first man, and he'll be fouled on his way up. Romeo Smith's going to be called for the foul, I do believe. And that is the second one on Smith. 15th foul on the Trojans. Swanson goes the free throw line for his first free throw here. And the shot is good. So Wellsville retakes the lead, 9-8. Old Swanson with 5 of the 9. Going to make it 6 of 10, pardon me. And the second free throw is also good. 58 seconds remaining. Wellsville in the full court pressure. Trojans get it in to Smith in the corner. Now to Persley and over to Timlin, who will bring it across the timeline. Tate Timlin will hand it off to Persley. Persley gets by Dorsey. Dives in. His pass intended for Romeo Smith is behind him. Off the hand and out of bounds. With 44 seconds remaining, Wellsville will get another possession here. Let's see if Wellsville holds for one or if they're just going to go ahead and try and get a bucket in. Drake Amold over to Jimmy Dorsey in the corner. Now it's Cole Swanson, has a lane, nice drive, and a layup up off the glass is good. Swanson now with 8, will lead up to 4, 12-8. Timlin on the run, kicks it across to Smith, now out to Persley, 15 seconds to go. Coach Chris Pitts of Osawatomie is going to say play for one. Ball over to Caden Carver. Carver on the drive, up off the glass is good. Ball into Caden O'Neill. He's going to try a long one at the buzzer. Just no good. We've reached the end of quarter number 1. It is Wellsville 12, Osawatomie 10. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to high school basketball on KOFO.com.
The staff and residents of Vintage Park at Osawatomie wish the Trojans good luck in tonight's game. If you or a loved one are considering assisted living, Vintage Park invites you to visit their friendly community, where you can enjoy the lifestyle you deserve. Visit VintageParkAssistedLiving.com. Vintage Park at Osawatomie. It's not like home, it is home.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes, not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season.
There's no doubt a cold Kansas winter is headed our way. Is your heater up to the challenge? Call the pros at Adamson Brothers to make sure. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Welcome back here to Osawatomie High School. Getting ready for action in quarter number 2. It was Wellsville 12, Osawatomie 10 at the end of 1. Osawatomie with the possession here early, quickly getting it into Smith. Smith goes up, has his shot blocked, but a whistle and a foul. See who this one goes against. Is Swanson and Dorsey both in the area. They're going to call it against Jimmy Dorsey. First personal foul, 7th team foul. Romeo Smith at the line to shoot 2 here for the Trojans. Smith's first free throw, too strong off the back rim, no good. Just 4 seconds into the second quarter, Wellsville has committed 17 fouls. Smith's second free throw, this one is good. The first points of the night for Smith. And the score is now 12-11. Swanson to Dorsey. Give it over to Caden O'Neal. O'Neal going to drive to his left, step back from about 15, off the side of the rim, no good. Colby Jones brings down the rebound for Osawatomie. Persley will bring it across the timeline. Going to work to his right. He'll get it over to Smith. To Timlin. Timlin along the right baseline. Dribbles it out off his foot as he tried to drive on Amold. Kicks it out of bounds, so the ball will go back over to the Eagles. Showalter and Richards have checked back in, each with 2 personal fouls for the Eagles. Jackson Showalter gets it off to Jimmy Dorsey. Dorsey out top, Cole Swanson. Swanson working against Jones. Well, finds his way to Luke Richards. He's going to work down into the block. Now kicks it back out top. Swanson with it. Jones sits back off of him. Now he'll find Luke Richards. He goes inside, and a whistle and a foul as Richards goes up for the shot. Timlin will be called for the personal foul. Richards did a nice job of getting position there, and a good job by Swanson to find him. So Richards going to go to the free throw line looking for his first points of the night. First shot on the way by Richards is up, and it is good. .6:56 remaining here in the first half. 13-11 Wellsville. Richards' second is good, and the Eagles come out with the pressure here. Persley able to get it into Romeo Smith. Give it back to Persley. The junior guard will slow it down now, bring it across the timeline. Get it over to Timlin. Timlin on the drive, and he runs right into Cole Swanson, who has done a nice job to get position. Swanson draws the charge. It's a second personal foul on Tate Timlin. So 2 fouls apiece for Romeo Smith, Tate Timlin, and Boyd Cole for Osawatomie. Swanson with the right wing. Gets it to Jackson Showalter at the elbow. Out to Jimmy Dorsey. Look at a 3, no good. Rebound brought down by Caden Carver. Tate Timlin still in the ballgame with those 2 personal fouls. Brings it across the sideline. Looks to try to get it inside. We're going to have a whistle underneath, and I think Swanson had a arm around Colby Smith there, Colby Jones there. It is Swanson's second personal foul. 8th team foul on Wellsville. So it's going to send Jones to the free throw line. Jones established good position. Swanson trying to work around him there. Unable to do so. Jones' first free throw is up, and it is good. Now that's 5 points on the day. Earns the second, and it is on the way. This one no good. Dorsey brings down the rebound. It's over to Caden O'Neal. Cole Swanson, he's got to look from about 16 feet along the baseline, no good. Showalter there for the rebound. The stick back attempt is up and no good. And a rebound by Colby Jones. Romeo Smith now up to Tate Timlin. He throws it up, takes a bump, and it is good. Basket's going to count, and the foul is going to go on Swanson for Wellsville, and that's the 3rd personal foul on Cole Swanson. So Ian Smith and Drake Amold check in. They're going to replace Swanson and Dorsey. It was a risk that was taken. Swanson picked up his second with 6:50 remaining. It was 6:15 remaining. On the break there, picks up his 3rd. So he's got 3 and will have to check out. Amold brings it across as Timlin had made the 3-point play to give Osawatomie its first lead of the night, 15-14. Amold on the drive, finds Ian Smith, knocked away, and they're going to say Drake Amold had not reestablished inbounds after that ball was knocked away before he grabbed it. So the turnover will give it back to Osawatomie once again. Trojans break the press. Timlin on the drive. They go in at Swanson. Now we've got a whistle here, and it looks like a traveling violation. Timlin dumped it off to Romeo Smith, who shuffled his feet and never put the ball on the floor before he passed it to Colby Jones. That is the call. So the turnover right back to Wellsville. Showalter with it along the left wing. Eagles swinging around the top of the key. Caden O'Neal look from three, no good. Rebound brought down by Jackson Showalter. And he took a little bit of a bump as he turned to jump and save it. He was called for a traveling violation. Jimmy Dorsey checks back into the ballgame for Jackson Showalter. Rick O'Neal is substitutes with regularity. It's not something new. And now a 5-second call as Osawatomie can't get it in against the pressure of the Eagles. Wellsville will take over underneath their own basket here. Been a lot of action for a game that's just 15-14 so far. Wellsville throw it in out top, chased down out there by Caden O'Neal. Give it off to Luke Richards. Richards on the drive. His shot is no good, but a whistle and a foul going to be called here against Osawatomie. It's done. Colby Jones, it's his second personal foul. The 18th foul on Osawatomie. So Richards goes to the line. He's looking to try and get Wellsville back in front. First free throw is on the way and good. And again, Fields will check in for Jones. So Richards goes the strike for the second. It's on its way. This one a little bit too long. Long rebound, and Richards comes away with it. But has it taken away by Tate Timlin. Timlin trying to drive in, and a whistle and foul. A reaching foul going to be called here against Caden O'Neal. They had gotten Timlin stopped. And then O'Neal reached in trying to slap it away. That position, not a great idea because it's going to send Timlin to the free throw line to shoot two. First free throw on the way from Timlin is good. He now has 8 points in the ballgame. Looking for number 9 here as this is a double bonus time with 5:21 remaining in the first half. And the second one from Timlin is also good. So lead out to 2 now. Dorsey up front, now back to Amold. Amold going to drive as the lane kind of split. Tried a little bit of a reverse there as he got some pressure. No good. Rebound Osawatomie. Richards trying to create some pressure and get a turnover here for the Eagles. Hersley hands off with Carver. Carver going to try and drive to his left. Shot up off the back. The scoop is up and good. Hayden Carver gets the shot in. The other direction, quickly down to Ian Smith. He took a bump and then had shot blocked, but a whistle and a foul is going to send Ian Smith to the line. Carver's going to be called for the foul. It's his first, the 9th team foul. So the next team foul on Osawatomie is going to have us in a free throw contest for the remainder of the first half. Ian Smith's first free throw is good. Goes to stripe for his second, sets and shoots. This one is short and does not draw iron, so it'll give it over to Osawatomie. Trojans leading 19-16 over Wellsville Eagles here with 4:48 remaining. Pass deflected on the inbounds, knocked down by Luke Richards. This time, Chris Persley will not be able to move as he's throwing it in underneath his own basket, 94 feet away. Able to get it in to Timlin. Timlin guarded there by Dorsey. Gets by him, and now maybe a little bit of an opportunity for a run out. But the pass deflected. Was right in the hands of Caden O'Neal. Wasn't able to come down with it. It found its way over to Ian Smith. Got a whistle and a tie-up, and the alternate possession will give the ball to Wellsville. Nice hands again by Luke Richards to create a little bit of a opportunity there. Wellsville able to take advantage. Caden O'Neill gets the left wing three-pointer on the way. Is up and good. It's his second three of the night for Caden O'Neill. He now has 6. And they were tied back up at 19 all. Quickly the other way. Osawatomie shot up off the glass. Taken there by Fields is no good. Battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds off of Wellsville. Checking in for Wellsville here, Aiden Kearney, 5'9" junior. His first action. Ball into Carver, and Carver shuffled his feet. He'll turn it over for Osawatomie. Got it down to him in the post. He was trying to make a move, but shuffled his feet. Gives it back to the Eagles, who again can take the lead with this possession. Abel's going to give it to Richards. Richards on the drive, a little bit too strong. Kearney comes flying in, but the rebound taken away by Persley. Persley tries to get it over to Timlin. Stolen away by Richards, and Richards with a nice athletic shot. Up off the glass, the reverse layup is good. Wellsville back in front, 21-19. 3:45 remaining. Persley over to Carver. Carver tried to hit Timlin on a nice backdoor cut, but Ian Smith was ready for it, but it was created the jump ball alternate possession. This time it will stay with Osawatomie. Tyler Manning checks in for Timlin. Persley gets it into Manning. Manning immediately takes a three from the corner, no good. Battle for the rebound is barely still in play. Kind of knocked around, and finally Drake Amo will pick it up. Gives it over to Caden O'Neill. Has a little bit of a lane. Dumps it off to Kearney. Back to O'Neill, three-pointer. Just a little bit too short off the rim, no good. Chris Persley will bring it down for Osawatomie. Persley breaks the pressure. His pass intended for Fields, but Fields continued to cut to the basket behind him and goes out of bounds. Rick O'Neill gets Jackson Showalter back up off the bench, sending him into the game. He'll replace Aiden Kearney. Showalter again with 2 personal fouls against him. One on a technical foul, and the officials showed a technical. Drake Amold has a lane. Shot up off the glass, no good. Nobody really put any pressure on Drake Amold there, so he just drove. Got bumped by Chris Persley, and then the ball rattled all around the rim and popped back out. Back to that technical foul on Jackson Showalter after a big shove by Boyd Cole. And the officials came together, gave the technical signal, pointed only in Cole's direction. And then after giving a foul to Cole, said it was a double technical, one on Showalter and one on Cole. Amold made the first. The second is also good. The first 2 points of the night for Drake Amold, lead out to 4 points. I'll be given back to Chris Persley. Persley being guarded by Drake Amold in the backcourt. Pressure here. Persley able to bring it across the timeline. Dribbles to the right side. A handoff there by Manning. Almost knocked away by Richards. Over to Carver. Now Romeo Smith driving the middle of the lane. Gives it over to Fields. Fields over the turns over his left shoulder, and a shot blocked there by Jimmy Dorsey using those long arms. Dorsey got nothing but ball on that one. Amold on the drive. Kind of a Euro step there, but unable to get it in. And the ball knocked away. Wellsville continues to put pressure here on Osawatomie. Manning just finally able to get it across the timeline. Persley thought about the three. Over to Manning. Out to Carver. Carver on the drive. Runs, push up a floater, no good. And we've got a whistle and a foul on the rebound. I believe this one's going to go on Romeo Smith, and if it is, that is his third. It is on Smith. It is his third personal foul. It is the 10th team foul on Osawatomie. He's going to send Luke Richards to the free throw line. Dade Timlin with 2 personal fouls is waiting to check back in. The first free throw from Richards is up, and it is good. Extends the lead to 5, 24-19, 2:08 remaining here in the first half. Richards at the line for the second, a little bit too strong. Caden O'Neill comes down with the long rebound, kicks it out. And Wellsville will reset its offense. Jackson Showalter has a look at a 3. It is up. It is good. First bucket of the night for Showalter. The lead balloons to 8 quickly there in that possession for Wellsville. A little bit of pressure. Timlin on the drive, shot up. And a little bit of a partial block maybe by Dorsey, at least adjusted the shot. Wellsville comes away with it. Abel drives, has it taken away by Pursley. Now as he drives, he has it knocked away by Dorsey. Luke Richards will pick it up for Wellsville, and now he'll slow it down. O'Neill has a look at a 3 from the left wing. It is good. Caden O'Neill now with 9. The lead is out to 11, and a timeout going to be called here by Osawatomie. The 32nd timeout called by Osawatomie head coach Chris Sims. We'll keep it right here. 1:17 remaining here in the first half. Ivy, and they having pushed their lead up to 11. Easily the largest lead so far here in the first half. We have 1:17 remaining. Got a lot of fouls in both directions. Each team in the double bonus. 3 fouls on Cole Swanson, 2 on Jackson Showalter and Luke Richards for Wellsville. 3 on Romeo Smith and 2 on Boyd Cole, Dade Timlin, and Colby Jones. Osawatomie brings it across the timeline. Caden Carver out top, being guarded by O'Neill. Moves it off over to Manning, now to Chris Pursley. Pursley working against Luke Richards. We'll give it off to the right side. That's Dade Timlin. Working against Dayton Kearney. He makes him give it up. It's Carver. Carver on the drive. There's a whistle as he flips it up towards the goal. It's no good. The foul's going to be on Caden O'Neill. So the second foul now on O'Neill. Carver going to go to the line to shoot 2. Caden Carver's got 4 points so far on the night. First free throw on his way is up and good. Caden Carver, 5'11" junior. Kind of a hybrid wing forward for the Trojans. Second one from Turner, no. Carver is no good, and O'Neill rips down the rebound for Wellsville. 44 seconds remaining here in the first half. Caden O'Neill out top with it for Wellsville. He'll hand it off to Drake Amold. Amold now to Luke Richards. Looks like Coach Rick O'Neill is happy with a 10-point lead. He's going to spread it out and take it for one final shot, it looks like, here for Wellsville. Drake Amold on a drive, gives it again to Luke Richards. Out to Caden O'Neill. O'Neill on the left side. Goes there. Not much pressure. 10 seconds to go. Amold with it. Amold out to O'Neill. It's 30-footer on the way. No good. Fields gets the rebound. His pass is deflected by Showalter. He's going to put it up at the buzzer, and it's just off the front rim. No good. Good defensive effort there at the end by Showalter to get the opportunity to take that shot. We've reached halftime here at Osawatomie. It's Wellsville 30 and Osawatomie 20. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with the halftime show from here at Osawatomie High School. I am Luke Queen, KOFO Sports.
It's never too late to become who you're supposed to be. However, sometimes you may need a little help. Ottawa University can get you there. Their faculty and staff are dedicated to preparing graduates for a lifetime of significance. With dozens of degree programs, including accounting, engineering, human services, and marketing, as well as graduate degrees in business administration and education, Ottawa University will prepare you for whatever or whoever you want to be. Don't wait. Get started today. Find out more by visiting online at ottawa.edu. What if you were rewarded for shopping? Sutton's Jewelry is doing just that. Receive $10 cash back for every $100 purchase at Sutton's. Treat yourself at Sutton's or use as a gift. It's your choice. And speaking of choices, Sutton's has an extensive selection of engagement rings, wedding sets, diamonds, gemstones, gold, contemporary metals, necklaces, earrings, bracelets, watches, and every piece qualifies for the $10 cash back on every $100 purchase. Offer good through February 14th. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main Street, Ottawa.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission is your place for activities and other programs designed to keep the members of our community active and healthy. Visit us at the GOT Building or online at orcottaws.org to see recreation options for all ages. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bring recreation to life.
Save time and hassle later by checking your vehicle now to be sure all of your lights and signals are in working order, adjust mirrors, and check your tire pressure. This reminder from CarStar Ottawa. Call 242-8916. CarStar. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe to the Ottawa Herald for their sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $31.13 plus tax, including internet access. Or get online for only $9.22 a month plus tax. Call 242-4700 or visit ottawaherald.com.
The staff and faculty at Wellsville High School, along with the administration of USD 289, are proud of their student athletes. Not only for their accomplishments during competition, but how they conduct themselves as members of the community. Good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams this season. Let's face it, auto insurance can be confusing. Do you know your comprehensive from your collision, your no-fault from liability, your premium from your deductible? After an accident is no time to find out that your definition of full coverage is actually different from what your policy says. Let local State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King explain auto insurance in terms you can understand.
I'm State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. Let's work together to be sure your vehicle has the coverage you need. Call and schedule an appointment today at 242-9435. Stop by my office at 111 South Main in Ottawa or visit online at keithking.net.
Protect you and your family from the flu. Hi, this is Laura Hibberts, pharmacist at Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Did you know you can get your flu shot at Kramer Pharmacy at 134 South Main? The flu can be life-threatening to some young people or elderly. It's best to get the flu shot as soon as you can so you're protected going into flu season. Covered by Medicare and most insurance. Get your flu shot today at Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, with convenient parking on Main Street or out back at Legacy Square. Call 242-2055 or visit kramerrx.com.
The staff and residents of Vintage Park at Osawatomie wish the Trojans good luck in tonight's game. If you or a loved one are considering assisted living, Vintage Park invites you to visit their friendly community, where you can enjoy the lifestyle you deserve. Visit VintageParkAssistedLiving.com. Vintage Park at Osawatomie. It's not like home, it is home.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today, because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Hi, this is Margie Hindeleiter from Bank Midwest. You'll often hear us say, this is where common sense lives. That means doing the little things, like knowing your name. And it means supporting our local schools. That should be common sense for how a bank does business. Bank Midwest, where common sense lives.
Have you ever thought about why listening to the radio is better for you than spending all your time staring at your phone? We are hands-free, so in the car, you can keep your eyes on the road, where they should be. We don't need your personal information, so you don't have to worry about spam from us. And all you have to do is listen, not waste your time scrolling through an endless sea of recipes, memes, and cat videos. Radio, the original social media, and your source for information and entertainment at 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Yeah, welcome back here to Osawatomie High School. We're at halftime of the boys contest. Luke Queen bringing in the action here this evening. For the winter royalty here at Osawatomie this evening, so it gives us a little bit of more time to kind of go over some things at the half. It was just 12-10 at the end of one quarter of action here. But in the second quarter, Wellsville outscored Osawatomie by a score of 18-10 to take the 10-point lead, 30-20 at half. Just a reminder, back when these two teams met in January, at halftime, it was actually Osawatomie 26, Wellsville 22 at the half, and it was a big third quarter by the Eagles that actually propelled them to that victory. It was their first victory of the season. They've gone 6-2 since that. They've been 5-2 since that night as that got them their first victory. Here tonight, they lead it 30-20. With some exciting stuff in the first quarter. A little bit of tempers flaring and a double technical foul. Boyd Cole was called for a personal and a technical foul for Osawatomie. He's the senior sharpshooter for the Trojans, having 17 the last time these two met, including 4 3-point baskets. And he had to go to the bench with I'm going to say about 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half, or in the first quarter. Jackson Showalter also picked up a technical in that little time there. He ended up with 2 personal fouls in the first half. He got 3 points, but Cole, who led the team in scoring in the first game, has not scored here this evening, leading the way for Osawatomie. They're led by Thade Temlin. He has 9 first-half points. Caden Carver's got 5, as well as Colby Jones has 5. Romeo Smith has 1 for the Trojans, leading the way for Wellsville. Caden O'Neal, 3 first-half three-pointers as he's got 9 first-half points. Cole Swanson, who picked up the 3rd personal foul early in the second quarter, he has 8. He had all 8 of those in the first half. 6 points for Luke Richards, all coming in the second quarter. 3 points for Jackson Showalter, 2 for Ian Smith, and 2 for Drake Abel. But the Wellsville Eagles lead here at the half by a score of 30-20 over Osawatomie. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have more from the halftime report here at Osawatomie High School. I am Luke Queen, KOFO Sports.
More than 7.7 million American teenagers participate in high school sports every year, including about 103,000 here in Kansas. They're all learning essential life lessons, like the importance of hard work, time management, and self-discipline, skills that are helping them become better leaders and more active, responsible citizens. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Join the KOFO Travel Club for the next trip to the new theater and restaurant to see the original Church Basement Ladies, starring Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley. Enjoy this musical comedy with star-studded characters Wednesday, March 25th. Deadline to sign up is Tuesday, February 25th. You'll depart from the parking lot south of the Bottle House at 10 o'clock. And mark your calendar for Tuesday, February 25th for the next meeting of the KOFO Travel Club, taking place at the First United Methodist Church. Meeting starts at 6 o'clock. Learn about and sign up for upcoming trips to Branson in April, a day trip to Jamesport, Missouri in May, see the $1 Million Quartet at the new theater and restaurant in June. Plus, learn about an upcoming trip to the Mackinac Islands. The meeting is free and refreshments provided. Come join the adventures and come enjoy the fun. The KOFO Travel Club from KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
What is radon? Home exposure to radon gas is the leading cause of lung cancer death in the United States for non-smokers. In Kansas, 1 in 4 homes will test at or above the EPA action level. The Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested and fixed if necessary. Visit kansasradonprogram.org for more information. Test, fix, save a life. This message brought to you by the Kansas Radon Program, the Kansas Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
And back here at Osawatomie High School, Luke Green with you at halftime of the boys contest. Wellsville 30 and Osawatomie 20 in the first game of this doubleheader. It was all Wellsville as the Eagles won 64-33, getting their second big victory of the year over the Trojans. This time it was Demi Amos leading the way, 24 points for Demi, 4 scores in double figures for the Wellsville Eagle girls. Jaden Troutman had 14, 10 points for Lexi McDaniel and Maddie McCoy as the girls improved to 10-3 on the season. Osawatomie fell to 7-7. Headed the backwards way here in the boys game as the Wellsville Eagles come in at 500, 6-6 on the year. Osawatomie at 10-3, but one of those losses was to Wellsville back on January the 3rd, 57-45. At halftime that night, Osawatomie had a 4-point halftime lead, but a 20-7 third quarter outburst by Wellsville sparked the Eagles. That was their first victory of the season. They were 0-4, currently at 6-6, so 6-2 since the holiday break, which started with that victory over Osawatomie back in Wellsville on January the 3rd. At halftime, Wellsville again is led by Caden O'Neill's 9 points. Cole Swanson with 8, 6 points for Luke Richards, 3 points for Jackson Showalter, and 2 apiece for Ian Smith and Drake Abel. Nate Dimlin leading the way for Osawatomie. He's got 9, 5 points apiece for Caden Carver and Colby Jones, and 1 point for Romeo Smith. So we'll see. Foul trouble is really where we're going to have to keep our focus here, especially early in quarter number 3. 2 fouls on Boyd Cole, Nate Timlin, Colby Jones, and 3 fouls on Romeo Smith. For Wellsville, Cole Swanson with 3, 2 fouls apiece on Luke Richards, Caden O'Neill, and Jackson Showalter. Jimmy Dorsey and Ian Smith each have 1 foul apiece, but going into the second half, if you have less than 3, you're in pretty good shape. But Swanson for Wellsville and Smith for Osawatomie each had 3 there in that first half. So got to be smart opening up the second half. Cole Swanson had 8 first quarter points, but then picked up 2 quick fouls early in the second quarter and had to sit out for the remainder of the first half. Luke Richards, when he picked up his second, sat for a couple minutes. Rick O'Neal putting him back into the ball game, and it kind of provided a spark. Richards played smart, didn't commit another foul, and then got himself to the free throw line and produced 6 points in the second quarter. It really sparked that 18-10 second quarter for Wellsville. And it's going to be their defense, see if they can use some of that pressure to create some more Osawatomie turnovers. If the Trojans can get past the turnovers against the pressure, you can see them make a little bit of a run here. As I'm looking out as the teams are warming up here before the start of the second half, looking over, Boyd Cole is not out shooting, but just a couple minutes before, you never know, maybe he took a few shots and backed away. I don't believe he was ejected from the game. It was double technicals on Jackson Showalter for Wellsville and Boyd Cole for Osawatomie. We'll see if Cole returns here in the second half. We're at halftime here at Osawatomie. Wellsville 30 and the Osawatomie Trojans 20. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll be ready for second half action from here at Osawatomie High School. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on KOFO.com.
Do your relationships keep winding up in the same bad place with breakups, abuse, manipulation, or abandonment? There is a better way. Life Care Center of Ottawa offers hope for breaking old relationship cycles and achieving lasting change. Through a fun weekly group called Birth of a Family, you have the opportunity to engage with mentors who are working through life just like you. Lively discussion guides you toward new perspectives about God's design for you and your family and helps get to the root of damaging lifestyle and relationship choices. Want to get off the merry-go-round? Call Life Care today at 785-242-4500.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
When you have an emergency, who do you call? 911. What do you do if you're unable to speak during your emergency? You text to 911. Franklin County Emergency Communications Center has recently added text to 911 technology as part of the new 911 phone system. Cell phone users can use their phone messaging system to text 911 to contact local dispatch. Phones must have a text or data plan in order to use this service, and phones in roaming mode, text apps, or apps messaging services cannot use this feature. It is important to note, dispatch is unable to determine your location while using this service, so always know your location and include that in your initial text. Remember, if you're able to place a voice call, we're able to help you more quickly. But in the event you are unable to speak, text to 911 will still allow us to get the information we need. Call if you can, text if you can't. For more information, go to kansas911.org or 911.gov. This message has been brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
And the boys back under action here to open up the second half. Wellsville in possession. Richards, Amold, Swanson, O'Neill, and Showalter on the floor for Wellsville. O'Neill has a look from three from the right wing. It's on the way, and it is good. The fourth three-pointer for Caden O'Neill sends the Wellsville lead up to 33-20. 13 points here early in the second half. Romeo Smith, Caden Carver, Chris Persley, Colby Jones, and Tate Timlin on the floor to open up play here in the second half for the Trojans. Tate Timlin finds Chris Persley. He's going to put up a quick three. No good. Battle for the rebound, tipped out, and Carver comes away with it. He'll get it to Timlin. Timlin back to Carver. 15-footer from the baseline is up, and it is good. Caden Carver now has 7. Quickly the other way. The pass ahead to Cole Swanson. A nice look there from Jackson Showalter. Swanson on the finish. Luke Richards gets the hands in, pokes it away on the pressure. He's back to 13. Now Persley to inbounds. Underneath 94 feet from his basket. Gets it into Carver. Out of Romeo Smith. Smith on the drive. Has it taken away by Caden O'Neill. O'Neill gets it to Cole Swanson. Kick it out to Jackson Showalter. Thought about the three. He'll back it away. Now finds O'Neill. 15-footer on the way is up and good. First bucket of the night for Caden O'Neill inside the three-point line. He now has 14 and poked away from behind by Luke Richards into the hands of Jackson Showalter. Now Drake Amold brings it across the timeline. He'll take the drive. Like Swanson. He'll scoop it up off the window just a little bit too short. Swanson might have needed an extra bounce there to get to the rim. Pass forward, knocked away by Caden O'Neill again. He'll wheel around. He should have just grabbed that, but he comes away unscathed. Pass finds its way over to Jackson Showalter, left side. Eagles are working around the top of the key. Amold, left wing, gets it down inside. Richards makes a man miss, goes up, and he'll draw the foul and go to the free throw line. That's going to go against Romeo Smith, and that's going to be his fourth personal foul. So Caden Fields is going to check into the ballgame here for Osawatomie. Richards shooting 2. First free throw on the way from Luke is good. Now Fields come on, and we've got a whistle and a timeout called by the Chris Pitts of Osawatomie. We'll go ahead and keep it right here for this timeout. So Romeo Smith of Osawatomie just picked up his fourth personal foul. There's 5:51 remaining in the third quarter. And he's got to sit down for what I assume would be quite a while. Smith started the second half. Wood Cole started the first, but after a technical foul given to him in the first quarter, Coach Chris Pitts of Osawatomie has sat down his senior sharpshooter, and he has been out ever since. So the foul on Smith was the first of the half on the Trojans. But Luke Richards will go stand at the free throw line after this timeout, shooting the second of 2. Carver, Jones, Fields, Timlin, and Persley on the floor for Osawatomie. Swanson, Showalter, Richards, O'Neill, and Amold. The 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Second free throw by Richards is good. Persley looks to get it inbounds. Tries to go long, knocked away, but Fields able to pick it up. Get it back to Persley. Get it over to Timlin. Timlin dribbling with Richards guarding him. Will bring it across the timeline. Works to his right, guarded closely again by Richards. Gets it over to Carver. Carver now to Fields. Fields trying to get it inside. They get it to Jones. Jones up. A little bit too strong off the back, but he's able to get the offensive rebound. Goes back up, and he's fouled on the shot. That's going to go against Drake Amold. First personal foul on Drake on the evening. It's the first team foul on the Eagles here in the half. Jones, first free throw. This one is up, and it is good. 6 points now for Colby Jones. Jones goes to strike for the second. This one off the front rim. Rebound by Showalter. It's a Caden O'Neal. Bring it across the timeline. Over to Amel. Amel drives, gets it into Swanson. Over to Showalter. Showalter, another three. No good. Rebound brought down by Fields. Gives it to Timlin. Timlin picks up his dribble. Gets it back to Fields. Pressure there. Now has it knocked away. They got to hurry to get it across, and I really did not see a count there. Stolen away by Wellsville. I'm pretty sure that was 10 seconds. Now a long pass from Luke Richards intended. Oh, and now a whistle on a foul is going to go against Richards. Looks like he's taking it away from Timlin. I never saw the official as Osawatomie had the ball in the backcourt with a count. And how you can keep track of whether or not it's 10 seconds is beyond me, but Osawatomie has the ball knocked away by Ian Smith to check into the ballgame. Luke Richards up with it. Layup up, no good. Smith with the rebound. His return shot is no good, and a whistle and a foul is going to go against, I believe, Colby Jones. On the rebound, it is on Jones. It's his third. 4:46 remaining here in the third quarter. Colby Jones picks up his third personal foul for Osawatomie. Amold to trigger it in underneath his own basket. Gets it into Showalter. Back to Amold in the corner. Down to Ian Smith. Smith, double team. Gives it to Showalter. Thought about the three. Now passes it around. O'Neal has a look at a three. This time not even close by Caden O'Neal. Ball knocked away, and we've got a whistle and a foul. I believe this one's going to go against Ian Smith. And it will. Smith tried to knock it away from Colby Jones. Jimmy Dorsey going to check in for Luke Richards. Osawatomie gets it in. Persley brings it across the timeline. He's going to drive baseline. Little floater there. Rolls around the rim, no good. Jackson Showalter with the rebound. That's it over to Drake Amold, who will run it down, bring it across the timeline. Into the court, and O'Neal. Three-pointer on the way. Again, no good. Maybe a little bit too quickly there. Wellsville leading by 16, 39-23. Other way goes Osawatomie. Jones misses the first one. Gets the offensive rebound. Stick back. Again, no good. But a whistle and a foul is going to go against Jimmy Dorsey. It's his second 14th foul on Wellsville. No, the Eagles like to push. Offensively and defensively, like to run it up and down the floor, but one pass and a shot with a 16-point lead midway through the third quarter. I want to work it down and see if you can get a better look. Colby Jones' first free throw is short, no good. He's got a second one upcoming. This one rolls around the rim and in. Jones now has 7, 39-24, 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Dorsey along the right side, back to Amel. Ian Smith in the middle of his zone. Kicks to Jackson Showalter in the corner. Thought about the three. Now a little runner along the baseline, no good. Colby Jones with the rebound here for Osawatomie. So the 2-3 zone here from the Trojans has caused a little bit of trouble the last couple possessions for Wellsville. Timlin, right side, going to drive into the middle of the lane. Nobody picks him up, and Tate Timlin gets his first bucket of the second half. And Wellsville trying to hurry it. Gets it over to Dorsey. He's got a good look at a three, and that's a good three-point shot there. Jimmy Dorsey knocks it down. His first bucket of the night. But he had a good look, was able to set his feet and received a good pass from Jackson Showalter. Pass inside to Jones. Jones, ball sits up on the back of the rim. Rebound brought down by Showalter. And a whistle and a foul going to go against Osawatomie as it wouldn't fall down. Going to be on number 24, Caden Fields of Osawatomie, his first. 13 foul of the half on the Trojans. Richards and Swanson check back into the ballgame here for Wellsville. Amold going to bring it across the timeline. Along the right side, gets it to Ian Smith. Baseline finds Luke Richards. A nice little dump back pass. Richards on the baseline, dumps it out to Cole Swanson. Little floater from 6 feet is good. Timlin gets it in along the baseline. Trap there. Smith. Fields gets it up to Carver. Carver on the drive. Just a shot around Ian Smith. No good. Rebound brought down by Wellsville. Amo throws it ahead. Dorsey able to save it the first time, but on the second attempt, it was unable to be saved out of bounds, and it will go back over to Osawatomie. Bursley looks to get it in, does to Jaden Carver. Carver now to Timlin. Timlin brings it across the timeline, driving in, tries to step around, and there's a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against Tate Timlin. Not a lot of contact, maybe a little bit of a acting job there, but Cole Swanson draws his second offensive foul of the night. This one on Timlin. It'll be his third. Fourth team foul on Osawatomie. Not a whole lot of contact, but it was enough for the under official to call it. Jackson Showalter, this three is no good. Rebound to Dorsey, going to give it to O'Neal. Now out to Luke Richards. O'Neal left side to Swanson. Out to Showalter. They're working around the top of the key to the Eagles. O'Neal going to drive, puts up an off-balance wild shot. Really completely unnecessary for him to drive in and try something like that. And that's quickly the other way. It's Carver for three for Osawatomie. Lead down to 15, 44-29. Showalter gets it out to Dorsey. He's got to look at another three. This one again is also good. Jimmy Dorsey, his second three-point basket of the quarter. Lead back out to 18 at 47-29. Timlin on the drive, shot up is no good. Ball's off the front of the rim. The foul's going to go against number 14, Caden O'Neal. Third personal foul on O'Neal, the 15th foul on Wellsville. Timlin's first free throw too strong off the back iron, no good. Aiden Kearney going to check back in for Luke Richards. Manning going to check back in. He'll take over for Colby Jones. So Timlin at the line for the second. Free throw is good. Timlin now with 12. Quickly up front, Dorsey tries to get it to Swanson along the baseline. Had it knocked away, but it'll be out of bounds and stay here with Wellsville. Jackson Showalter's going to pass it in from underneath his own basket. Kind of a flat spread formation here. Swanson rolls to it. Pass into Swanson. Now it's O'Neal. He'll drive over to Dorsey. Back to O'Neal. O'Neal dribbling out top, being guarded by Timlin. Gives it to Swanson. Swanson will dribble it back out top, reset the offense. O'Neal again on the drive. Taking it up, no good there. Pass inside to Kearney, and a whistle and a foul is going to go against Persley as he went through the back of Aiden Kearney going for that ball. It'll be the 15th foul of the half, the second on Persley. Ball passed in to Caden O'Neal out top, and Timlin is going to be whistled for the reach. Fourth personal foul on Timlin, 16th foul. So the fouls just continue to add up. Bailey Corneliuson checks into the ballgame, number 5 for Osawatomie. O'Neal driving along the left side. Now he'll bring it out, give it to Jimmy Dorsey out top. Dorsey will hand it back off over to O'Neal. O'Neal going to try and drive. It's going to be not really much pressure there, but a man-to-man defense coming here. O'Neal dribbles, gives it over to Showalter. He drives, gives it to Kearney. Kearney, three-pointer from the left side is up, and it is good. Hayden Kearney with the three, and we have reached the end of the third quarter. Wellsville 50 and Osawatomie 30. Back in 60 seconds, you listen to high school basketball on KOFO.com.
Follow your favorite area high school or Ottawa University team with the KOFO Sports Guide. The KOFO Sports Guide features your team's schedule from basketball and soccer, wrestling and softball, golf, tennis, baseball, and track. Pick up your free KOFO Sports Guide at Beckman Motors, Quality Structures Incorporated, Kansas State Bank, Neosho County Community College, and Victory Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You can also view the KOFO Sports Guide online at KOFO.com.
Have you ever thought about why listening to the radio is better for you than spending all your time staring at your phone? We are hands-free, so in the car, you can keep your eyes on the road, where they should be. We don't need your personal information, so you don't have to worry about spam from us. And all you have to do is listen, not waste your time scrolling through an endless sea of recipes, memes, and cat videos. Radio, the original social media, and your source for information and entertainment at 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
And back here, Osawatomie High School, Wellsville with the 20-point lead, 50-30 as we start play here in the fourth quarter. A 20-10, and a quick bucket there from Carver. A nice little floater from about 12 feet. That's the lead down to 18. Wellsville outscoring Osawatomie 20-10 there in the third. And it was 20-7. Wellsville outscored Osawatomie back in early January. In the third quarter, Kate O'Neal three-pointer on the way, no good. Jones brings down the rebound for Osawatomie. Pursley, he'll dribble it across half court. Going to give it over to Caden Carver. Back to Pursley. Pursley going to trigger on the three. It is up. It is good. First basket of the night for Chris Pursley. He's got 3 points. Lead down to 15. Swanson gets it inside to Smith. Smith brings it down, able to get a pivot, put it up, and get it in. Ian Smith dropped that ball down a little bit when he's in the middle of the lane. A lot of guards coming down there trying to get a hand on it, but able to get the shot off and find the bottom of the net. Romeo Smith drives, dishes off to Colby Jones, who goes up. They whistle a foul, no good on the shot. But the foul's going to be on number 32, Ian Smith. Third personal foul on the Eagle. 16th foul, but it is a shooting foul, and Colby Jones steps to the line to shoot 2. The free throw on the way is good. Jones will step up, take his second. Shot on the way. It was also good. Jones now with 9 in the lead, back down to 15. Swanson drives into the middle of the lane, goes up, shot block there. It looked like there was some contact on the arm, but no call, so the shot block goes to Jones. Osawatomie back on the attack. Pursley now takes a deep three and chasing it down in the corner. And the officials talk about it, and they're going to say it was out of bounds off of Osawatomie. Honestly, I had a good look at that, and I could have told you they were right. Either way, they called that. So Wellsville gets the benefit here as they take the possession. O'Neal, 15-footer from the free throw line, is up, and it is good. Carver went for the steal there and missed her, and O'Neal had a nice look at a 15-footer. Carver to Pursley. Pursley, three-pointer on the way up, and it is good. Chris Pursley, not much of a jump shot, but a pretty good set shot. And Wellsville going to have to do a better job of getting a hand in the face, creating a little bit of pressure there, not let Persley just set his feet and take that shot. O'Neal left side, he's going to pull up, try a three, no good. Rebound brought down by Persley. A little bit too early again on the trigger there by Wellsville. Ball knocked away from Persley momentarily by Luke Richards. Persley going to drive to his left, tries to get it into Jones, and covered up by Swanson, and they're going to whistle, and it's a jump ball. And the ball will stay with Osawatomie here. Swanson did a nice job of creating that jump ball. It sure looked like Colby Jones should have been called for a foul as he just kind of jumped on the back of Swanson, who had the ball tucked underneath. Drive by Timlin, up off the glass, no good. Battle for the rebound, brought in by Swanson. Swanson will give it over to Drake Able. 5:05 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And inside, Jackson Showalter will be looking for a traveling violation. With 5 minutes to go, 14-point Wellsville advantage. These are getting a little heated out here, that's for sure. Not to say it's cheap shots or anything like that, but there's a bump here and there. That gets going in the heat of competition, that's for sure. Pass intended for Timlin, taken away. O'Neal with a little floater from 4 feet is up and good. This time they do get it into Timlin. He'll bring it across the timeline, driving into the middle. Shot goes up, and a whistle and a foul is going to send Tate Timlin to the free throw line to shoot two. Showalter whistled for the foul. It's his third. 17 foul on Wellsville. Timlin at the free throw line. First free throw is up, and it is good. Aiden Kearney going to check back into the ball game. It looks like he'll replace Caden O'Neal. Timlin goes to the stripe for the second. Free throw on the way, rolls around, and it is good. And a whistle and a timeout called here by Osawatomie. Be a full timeout. We'll take it with him. 60-second timeout. You listen to high school basketball at KOFO.com.
I perform for our high school choir director, who taught me to breathe from the diaphragm and sing from the heart.
Speech, debate, theater, music. The performing arts teach valuable life lessons that typically aren't taught in the classroom. They help high school students learn leadership skills that prepare them to enjoy more satisfying, productive lives.
Hey, I've got a question for you. Who will you perform for?
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the high school in your community.
What is radon? Home exposure to radon gas is the leading cause of lung cancer death in the United States for non-smokers. In Kansas, 1 in 4 homes will test at or above the EPA action level. The Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested and fixed if necessary. Visit kansasradonprogram.org for more information. Test, fix, save a life. This message brought to you by the Kansas Radon Program, the Kansas Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
And back here at Osawatomie, Luke Queen with you, 56-42. Wellsville on top, 4:35 remaining in regulation. Drake Amold with it out top, swings it over to the right side to Kearney. Kearney gives it Jackson Showalter. Looks to get it inside, but decides against it as Wellsville can run through some offense here without really having to force anything. They have a 14-point lead midway through the fourth quarter. Showalter, he's got to look for about 12 feet on the baseline. A little too strong. Battle for the rebound is off Luke Richards. Richards came flying in, did a nice job there trying to get inside of his man, but the ball was a little bit deep on him when he tried to tip it to himself, just went a little bit out of bounds. Full court pressure again. Osawatomie gets it in. Timlin, he'll be bringing it across the timeline. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called here against Caden O'Neal. O'Neal was trying to stay with Timlin, and he ran in hard to Colby Jones, who was stationary. So the foul on O'Neal is going to be his fourth. The 8th team foul on the Eagles, so sending Colby Jones to the free throw line for Osawatomie. Lead was out to 20 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Jones' first free throw is good. It was 50-30. So a 13-6 run here, looking to make it a 14-6 run. Jones' second free throw a little bit long, and Swanson brings down the rebound. So 13-6 run here to open up the fourth quarter for Osawatomie as they've cut the lead down to 13 from 20. Wellsville has it around the top of the key. Caden O'Neal works to his left. Kicks it out to Richards. Now over to Kearney. That's O'Neal. Swanson driving in. Now kicks it back out. The Eagles working the ball around the top of the key. They drive in. They kick it back out. Richards on the drive. Got a whistle and a foul. Going to be on the drive, I believe. Nate Timlin on the foul, and that is his 5th personal foul. So Timlin is going to check out. He's got 14 points when he fouls out. He's leading the way there in points for Osawatomie. Has done a nice job against a little bit of the pressure, but it's going to send Luke Richards to the free throw line, shoot a 1-and-1. Shot no good. Battle for the rebound. And they're going to say it was off of Wellsville. And we'll go to Osawatomie. It looked like Carver and Swanson were both going up for it, but it must have been Swanson who had a fingertip to it last. So Persley to throw it in. Wellsville in their full court denial pressure. Flipped in, and Caden O'Neal standing right there. And that's easy to put up off the glass. That's into Romeo Smith. Tried to get it back to Persley. It was behind him. And Luke Richards going to be whistled for the foul, and he took the brunt of the contact on that. On a pass that was not headed towards him very well. If Richard doesn't come through the arm of Persley, that ball probably just goes out of bounds. But Richards is very quick up to the front end of that press, and he was trying to get another steal, an easy bucket for the Eagles. Persley's first free throw on the way, no good. Battle for the rebound, taken by Jackson Showalter. Give it to Drake Amold. Amold will dribble it across the timeline. Got numbers. Now Carver back into the hole. Swanson, 8-footer from the baseline, no good. Again, probably a little too quick as Wellsville's lead 15 at 58-43. 3 minutes remaining here in regulation. Chris Persley driving baseline. Loses control of it, and he was out of control, and he ran into Cole Swanson, who just drew his 3rd offensive foul of the game on Osawatomie. Cole Swanson does a nice job of getting his feet set down in the block, and when somebody comes in there absorbing the contact is the correct term. 8th team foul on Osawatomie, but offensive fouls do not go down to shoot. Amold on the drive, shot up off the glass, rolls completely around the rim, and then falls out. You don't want to do too much, but if you get a look like that, like Drake Amold had, you take it. Luke Richards grabs the rebound off to Chris Persley, miss for Osawatomie. Richards will walk it across half court. 2:25 remaining here in regulation. Amold with it just across half court. Working to his right, gives Persley. They give it over to Jackson Showalter. Now to Luke Richards. Caden O'Neal. O'Neal. A little bit of a drive, but it was really more of a drive to create space. And he gets fouled by Romeo Smith. Smith, that's his 5th personal foul. He will foul out with 1 point. Sends O'Neal to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. First one on the way for Caden is up, and it is good. He's got 21 points tonight. The 3 first-half threes opened up the 3rd with a 3. Now he's gotten a few buckets on steals here in the 4th. Misses the 2nd. Osawatomie quickly trying to go the other way. We've got a bump and a whistle and a foul. And that one's going to go against O'Neal. And that is his fifth. So Neal's going to foul out with 21 points. Go out. 2:03 remaining. Tyler Manning steps to the free throw line to shoot the free throws. First one on the way, no good. And it's a whistle. There were two double bonus time. 10th team foul. Everybody jumped in there to try and grab the rebound. It was long. Second free throw also long. Aiden Kearney going to pull it away for the Eagles. Drake Amo looks ahead, gets it to Cole Swanson. Now to Kearney. Jackson Showalter thought about a 15-footer, but thought better of it. Wellsville really, with a minute 45 remaining in this ballgame, really doesn't have to worry about scoring anymore. Just kind of make sure Osawatomie has limited chances. Eagles look like they're going to do just that. Swanson with it out top, 30 feet from the basket. We get over to Luke Richards. Now Drake Amo. Amo on a little bit of a drive is bumped. The whistle and a foul is going to go against Chris Persley. Fourth personal foul on Persley, and this is the 10th team foul. So now Wellsville goes to the free throw line. Drake Amo going to the line to shoot two. First free throw on the way from Amo is good. Second one on the way from Amo, also good. Drake now has 4 on the night. The lead back up to 17. Cornelius into the ball game, as well as senior number 00, Cody Sloan, checking in. First minute of the night for Sloan. Wellsville continues to be in the press. Up by 18, a minute 25 to go. Pacing gets it into Manning. Manning will bring it across the timeline. Going to give it over to Carver, now to Corneliuson. Corneliuson works right, works to his left. Out back into the lane to Manning. Manning going to drive right. Out to Carver. Carver looking at a 15-footer off the glass, no good. Jackson Showalter with the rebound. 60 seconds remaining in the ball game. Osawatomie backs out of their pressure. Amo to bring it across the timeline. Pass over to Luke Richards. Looks like Wellsville can probably just dribble this out. They're going to get some pressure out top. Osawatomie going to try and at least create a little bit of a turnover, try to put some pressure in account. It looks like Wellsville is just going to dribble this one out. There's 30 seconds remaining. Drake Amold with it. Wellsville has killed 30 seconds so far in this one. Now a little bit of a count, so Amold will dribble and work to his right out top. Continue to dribble it out, pass it over to Richards. 9 seconds remaining, so Wellsville is going to improve to 2-0 against Osawatomie on the season, as they will run out the clock here, and they're going to win this with 61-43. Wellsville, another victory here. They improved their record to 7-6 on the season, and Osawatomie falls to 10-4. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back. We'll get you the totals for the ball game from here tonight at Osawatomie. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on KOFO.com.
Parenting doesn't come with a manual, so if you are currently raising children, you no doubt could use a little help. Whether you have a child who is potty training, a strong-willed 5-year-old, colicky newborn, or rebellious teen, Life Care Center of Ottawa offers free parenting education to any parent of any age child. Not only that, while you are learning, you are also earning the resources you need to help care for your children, all at no cost to you. Call us today at 785-242-4500 to start becoming the mom or dad you were designed to be.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Over to Osawatomie here this evening and defeated Osawatomie by a final score of 61-43. Caden O'Neill led the way this evening. He had 21 points for the Eagles, including 4 3-pointers, 3 first-half threes. Opened up the third quarter scoring with another 3-pointer, and then found his way on a couple steals to get some easy buckets in the lane as he worked his way to 21, joining Caden in double figures. Cole Swanson, he had 12 points this evening, 8 in the first quarter. Got in a little bit of foul trouble, sat most of the second quarter. Came back in, getting 4 in the third to get into double figures. 8 points for Luke Richards, 6 points for Jimmy Dorsey, 2 third-quarter 3-pointers for Dorsey. 4 points apiece for Ian Smith and Drake Amold. And 3 points for Jackson Showalter and Aiden Kearney. But it was Wellsville 61 and 43 for Osawatomie. The Eagles improved to 7-6 on the season. They are 2-0 against the Trojans. The Trojans fall to 10-4 on the season and 0-2 against Wellsville. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank Judy and Tommy back at the studio. Get me in and out of the breaks. Next week, a little programming note. So this evening, our games next week, West Franklin at Wellsville, instead of starting at 6 o'clock. And our pregame at 5:45. Our pregame will actually be about 4:45 as ball games will tip off at 5 with the girls varsity contest. Again, that is West Franklin at Wellsville next week for the high school game of the week. Appreciate you tuning in tonight from Osawatomie as Wellsville gets the sweep. The girls 64-33 and the boys 61-43. Thanks again for tuning in. You've been listening to the KOFO High School Game of the Week here on KOFO.com.
We hope you enjoyed this Game of the Week basketball broadcast brought to you by Fusion Alley with Primetime Grill, Quality Structures Incorporated, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry, Advent Health Ottawa, and by Ottawa University, Kramer Pharmacy, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Kansas State Bank, also by Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, CarStar, the Ottawa Herald, Bank Midwest, and Wellsville High School, Vintage Park at Osawatomie, and State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King. For more information about our next Game of the Week basketball broadcast, log on to the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen Monday through Saturday for the KOFO sports calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.